Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Saturday, August 10th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $sign ORION NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the New York Mets versus the Seattle Mariners, game number 2 of 3 in the set. Hopefully we can end up having a good result like we did last night with a 6-0 final. Let's get into the music, and I will obviously cue up the thumb, and we'll get into the starting lineups. Happy Saturday evening, everyone. Let's go. All right, and on the thumb, on the left, we have Pete Alonso. And on the right, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. Now let's get into the starting lineup first for the visiting New York Mets. Leading off for the Mets at shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Batting second, playing left field, Brandon Nimmo. Batting third, DHing tonight for New York, J.D. Martinez. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, playing first base for the Mets, Pete Alonso. Batting fifth, playing second base, Jeff McNeil. Batting sixth, playing third base, Mark Vientos. Batting seventh, playing right field, Tyrone Taylor. Batting eighth, playing catcher, Francisco Alvarez. And batting ninth, playing center field, Harrison Bader. And on the mound for the Mets with an 8-4 record, an ERA of 3.30, it is Sean Manaea. This is definitely not going to be easy. 8-4 record, 3.30 ERA. Hopefully we can end up knocking him around at least by the 5th inning at the very latest, but hopefully he doesn't pitch 6 or 7 innings. We want to make sure we knock him out early if we can, but it's definitely going to be a tough test for Sean Manaea. Now let's get into the starting lineup for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners in center field, Victor Robles. Batting second, playing left field for Seattle, Randy Arozarena. Batting third, catching tonight for the Mariners, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, first baseman, it's JT Justin Turner. Batting fifth, playing second base for Seattle, Jorge Polanco. Batting sixth, playing right field, Mitch Haniger. Batting seventh, playing third base for the Mariners, it's Demo Dylan Moore. Batting eighth, playing DH for the Mariners tonight, Mitch Garver. And batting ninth, playing shortstop for the Mariners, it is Leo Rivas. And on the mound for the Mariners, it's our ace, 6-8 record, an ERA of 3.05, Logan Gilbert. Let's go, baby. We're going to need a good outing out of my boy Logan, a.k.a. Walter, here tonight. And like I mentioned multiple times on the stream, make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health. Addiction, depression, anxiety are things that a lot of people are going through right now or have in the past, including myself. So if you feel like you're slipping a little bit into the darkness, self accountable, make an effort. If you're not eating healthy, eat healthier. Cut back on the fast food. If you're not exercising, exercise a few days throughout the week. I'm doing mine every day, but I don't expect everyone to be like me. But the more you exercise, the better that you're going to feel. And number 3, make sure you're listening to music at least 30 minutes a day. You do that, you do those 3 basic things while spending time with friends, pets, and family. You'll get back on track sooner than later. Big facts. And we're going to be shooting for 20 likes within the first hour, 30 to 50 overall, and 100 in the donos on every single stream. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. I'm going to get a new photo here for Tyrone Taylor as well. Wasn't satisfied with that last one that I had since he's playing today. So give me one sec here, and we'll get situated. I think this one will be a little bit sharper. Yes, this one's much better. All right, let's see if I can get it to format. I think we should be good to go here. Tyrone Taylor playing right field. And get this adjusted here. Got to throw him into the file for the Mets. He may be playing tomorrow. All right, we are done with that. And I think we are good to go. Now let me put him in here. Delete this other one. All right, we're ready to go, baby. Let's get it. Matt in the building. What's good? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. And again, like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you do have a Twitter/X account, do your boy a solid and like and retweet the post. It'll help us get a few more people in here for the NWSF. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Let's try to get to 10 within the first 30 minutes, 20 within the first hour, and then obviously 30 to 50 overall. And we're going to be shooting for 100 in the donos on every single stream. Daniel in the building. What's good? Megan in the building. 13-3 with 5 to go. Nice. Heck yeah. And I ended up watching a little bit of the Bucks game against the Bengals. Bucky Irving, obviously from the Oregon Ducks, looks very good. And I'm very excited about the future of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just like I know you are, Megan, of the Seattle Seahawks. So we will get her photos when she's done watching the game, when she comes back in, and we'll get her situated. Getting us started off on a good note. Thank you so much. $5 holla, stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack, bang, bang. We're at 5:95 to go to hit the goal. Let's go. And I got a chance to watch a little bit of the Seahawk matchup as well. I've been bouncing around, watching a little bit of the NASCAR trucks, the NFL preseason games, a little bit of the MLB, and believe it or not, I'm not the biggest fan of the NBA, which a lot of people know, but when I know something is on the line, like a gold medal, I ended up watching USA go against France and Wembanyama and Steph Curry. Steph Curry was cooking at the end, and again, normally I'm not going to watch a whole lot of the NBA or college hoops unless it's the finals, it's the March Madness, or maybe something like the Olympics where a gold medal is on the line. And I was going to make sure I ended up evaluating the talent that was out there. France had a couple NBA players on their roster with Rudy Gobert and Wembanyama and a couple others, but you could definitely tell they were overmatched. But they gave everything that they had. I think if France had, a couple younger NBA players other than like the Blazers, Nicolas Batum, who's kind of at the end of his career. Now, if you ended up having, a few more younger French players, maybe they end up getting the gold medal, but again, USA, too many individuals there. And again, if you got LeBron and KD, Embiid, Steph Curry, and a number of other players, and you can't win the gold medal, I mean, this is not like the 92 Dream Team or Dream Team 2 in 96. I get it, but it would have been an embarrassment, even though I know the rules are a little bit different in the Olympics and in the NBA. But is it just me? But was the Olympic basketball more exciting than the NBA? At least it was for me, with the rule changes and whatnot that they have there. But congratulations, Team USA, for getting the gold. Joe in the building, what's good? He said, go Dogs. Captain Oreo in the building, what's good? Reflect in the building, what's good? Right. Well, you want to make sure you get excited for that. You want to see what the coaches have been implementing, and a lot of the storyline with the Seahawks was just a bunch of the fights that they had in camp. But it happens on every team, but sometimes you're not going to have 3, 4, 5 in a day. Sometimes you'll have a couple. So I think that was kind of the concern. But Francisco Lindor with a nice base knock into left field to Randy Arozarena, getting it started. But I wasn't really too worried about the fights. I figured they would play well in preseason game number 1, and they look good. Let's go, baby. Lindor on base. And obviously they want to get started early and often on Logan Gilbert after that 6-0 shellacking that we gave him yesterday. Next up, left fielder Brandon Nimmo. Nice. Only 2 scenes, right? And I know you're not really a Marvel gal yourself. You're into other things. You're not really a hardcore Marvel addict, I guess you could say, because it's either you're Marvel, you're DC, you're Star Wars, you're all of 3, or maybe you're leaning towards, one higher than the other. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I know here in the United States, there's a lot of Marvel diehards that are out here, and I think a little bit less on the DC side. I think that we appreciate the DC side, but typically the movies on the DC side aren't really necessarily up to par the sum of the Marvel movies. Now, not every Marvel movie is going to hit it out of the park. There's going to be definitely some that are better than others, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it, even though you're not really diehard Marvel, but you did enjoy the movie, and I can't wait to be able to see it myself before it ends up leaving theaters. So I'm happy that you had a good time last night. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little Cactus Jack, bang, bang, $10 holla. Go see Deadpool. Go see the new movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. Big swing and a miss on Brandon Nimmo. See you later. I like that. Logan Gilbert off to a good start. Let's go, baby. I like that. Nice job, Logan. Next up for the Mets, DHing today in the 3-hole, J.D. Martinez. We're at 15, 85 to go. Nice, ass kicking. And again, sometimes, you're not playing all the starters, or, you might not be playing any of them at all, or maybe just for a series or 2. And preseason has been a mixed bag this season. I've seen the starters come out right out of the gates for the offense for some teams, and for other teams, I've seen just backups. So, it'll be a little hard to gauge on how everything goes. Yes, barehanded catch. Oh, baby, double play by the Mariners. That was beautiful. Are you fucking kidding me? Polo with the bare hand. Are you shitting me? Flip all the way to Rivas. Catches it with one hand, barehanded. Throw to first to Justin Turner. Bang, bang, bang. That was one of the most beautiful double plays that I've seen all year. Unbelievable. Nice job. Captain Oreo, you like that? I mean, there's one way to do a double play, but to get it with your glove, flip it from glove to hand or glove to glove, and then have that transfer go from glove on the ground to Polo to Rivas, not our normal shortstop. He's the backup. He bare hands it, throws it to first, all in one motion. in the air. And then Justin Turner says, let me get that. And then we get a nice double play and to end the Mets' chances of scoring in the top of the first. I think we've seen, maybe 20 to 30 double plays so far this season. You could argue that might have been the best one I've seen all year. That was awesome. And we know Polo normally is not very good as a defender. Rivas is about average to above average. I think there's other guys that are obviously better, like J.P. Crawford, but he's injured right now. But let's go. Let's get it, baby. Yeah, I'm a big Batman fan as well. Obviously, I'm out of all like my superheroes, Batman is at the very, very top. I mean, I love Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. and I always liked the comics and everything back in the day. But I was always, an Iron Man kind of guy, but I always had that love for Batman. Not really so much for Superman or Spider-Man. I respected those, but I leaned a little bit more towards Iron Man than the others, and then I leaned a little bit more towards Batman. And if I had to choose between Batman and Iron Man, I'm gonna go Batman for me. Obviously with the comics and obviously the cartoons, the animated series, and obviously with some of the movies like with The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Returns, as well as some of the older ones from back in the day. But I still got a lot of love for Marvel in my heart as well. Bottom of the first, 0-0 with that great defensive play that we saw with Polo and Leo Rivas. Hopefully we get that again. Leading off here for the Mariners, you know who it is. It's Victor Robles. Let's go, Victor. Oh, 1 pitch. Chopped foul behind in the count 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the first, 0-0. Mets and Mariners. Let's go, Victor. Pitches outside. Good eye. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 272 average, 3 homers and 8 ribbies in limited action. 0 for 3 this particular series. But again, sometimes you got to give a guy a chance, give him a change of scenery. And Victor did get over 300. At one point, he was batting 300 to 320 for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and has gone down a little bit. But in the last 20 games, he's batting 307, 23 for 75, and that's what matters the most. Robles? Yes, sir. That's when we end up playing well. When Victor Robles gets a hit right out of the gates all the way back to the wall. Stand-up double for Victor Robles. Yes, sir. And we've been missing that out of Victor in the bottom of the first or the top of the first, because normally when he gets on base with a single or double, that leads to good things either later on in this inning or next inning, and we usually end up getting 1 to 4 runs early on when Victor gets going early. Hopefully that's a sign of good things to come for the Mariners. Next up, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Robles with 7 doubles this season. Nice. With limited action as well. I like that. Hell yeah. Let's go. Heck yeah. Keep grinding on those, man. I love seeing them. 1-0 pitch. Pitch is high, out of the zone, but called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, well, also, this isn't the same Sam Howell on the Commanders. You're going to have a lot more discipline in Seattle than on the Commanders. I feel like the Commanders are like a dysfunctional family, where you got a lot of talent, like top-tier talent, where you got a lot of names that could be Pro Bowl, All-Pro, or maybe an occasional Hall of Famer, but they're so dysfunctional that a lot of the guys get buried in mediocrity, injuries, or they end up underachieving. So it's kind of nice to be able to bring a guy that had an interception problem on the Commanders, then you bring him into Seattle, and as long as he plays within himself and he doesn't force it into double coverage, he should be a decent backup for the Seattle Seahawks, better than what he was, as a Commander. Sliding into third, safe, Victor Robles. Oh my. Let's go, baby. I think a lot of people, love Wolverine, obviously, as part of the X-Men. I'm not really sure if I have one specific one that really stands out to me. I mean, I did read comics when I was a kid. And like I said, I tried not to be biased. Yes, a big hit down the third base line. Randy Arozarena brings in Victor Robles, and we got a 1-0 score. Telling y'all, when Victor gets going, that's when the Mariners go. Let's go. Victor Robles says, let me get a single down that third baseline. Randy's like, hey, how about I join you? I'll get a double myself. Back-to-back doubles against the Mets. Oh, baby, it's going to be a good day. Next up, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. And my boy did not get a foul ball last night, but he did get a hot dog from heaven, and he was the only one in the section that got one. He was pretty faded, he said, and he said the hot dog was great. I imagine, especially if you've had a little bit too much beer and you need something to soak it in around that 6th, 7th inning. And I'm proud of my boy. Like I said, I haven't got a hot dog from heaven yet from the skies, but my buddy did last night, and hopefully he'll have a good chance for another hot dog, but hopefully a foul ball. And he's in a good spot. He's in section 119, 120, row 20. So that's right where you want to be. Not too close, where you're not going to get too many foul balls, and there's a lot of kids. Not too far back, where you have a wild pitch go behind the plate in the backstop, and Randy Arozarena goes to third base, just like Victor Robles did. Let's go. But hopefully he'll have a chance. You know, he doesn't ever bring a mitt. You know, he's like me. He's going to grab it with his bare hands, and hopefully he'll have at least a opportunity to get a ball. You know, I've been trying to get him a ball, you know, for every time that we go together. But again, the closest that I was able to get a ball is when I actually did Julio in his rookie year when I went with him. But I would love for him to be able to get a ball as well, to feel that magic when you're in the ballpark and you end up getting a foul ball. There's nothing like it. Big swing and a miss for Cal Raleigh. He can't join the double party that we had at Randy Arozarena and Victor Robles, but that's okay. Maybe he'll homer later today. I got a good feeling Cal Raleigh homering today or tomorrow. Could happen. Next up, you already know who it is. It is JT, Justin Turner. Turner, back, off the wall. Misses a homer by 2 feet. Wow. Brings in another run and another double by Justin Turner. Wow. Look at what we're doing here today. Doubles on doubles on doubles on double. We get a double cheeseburger here. We get a double cheeseburger here. We get a strikeout here and another double cheeseburger right there. Let's go. Doubles on doubles. 2-0 Mariners. Great start. And it all started with Victor Robles. Oh, yeah. Gambit is great. I'm not really sure. I think if you ask the average American, out here in the States, I think probably 90% would say Wolverine, just because of the claws and he's a little edgy. And there's only been one character, Hugh Jackman, that's played that, in the movies for like 20 plus years. So I think as far as a character and playing in the video games, Wolverine was most kids' number one choice. I think at least here in the States. But I kind of have a nice kind of passion and love for all of them. I'm not sure if I really have one more than the other. But obviously with the Avengers, for me it's Iron Man, and then obviously on the DC side, I'm like you, I'm Batman. So, man, shit, I don't know if they know what this is. Well, I don't know if they know what the smell is. Let's go. We're cooking, baby. But it all starts off at the top of the order. When Victor Robles does good, it trickles down to Randy and Cal and JT. But if you've noticed in the games where Victor didn't get a base hit in the first inning, we struggled. And we didn't really get a lot of hits and a lot of runs until maybe the third, the fourth, or the fifth or later. So this is a very good sign. And obviously Manaea is a great pitcher. It's not like he's a scrub. He's one of the best that's on the Mets, right? He's 8-4. 3.30 ERA, but what we're doing is we're feeding off Uncle Mo and that momentum that we had last night, as well as the Mitch Haniger walk-off walk. It's carrying over into this Mets series. Trident's up. Let's go. Next up, second baseman. Someone says that he can't play defense, but he played good in that top of the first with that double play. Second baseman, Jorge Polanco. Keep it up, Jorge. Let's go. $2 holla. Let's go. And that's really what you guys need. Jammed him. Bader's there. 2 away. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Little cactus jack. Bang, bang. And it's just a matter of time before they implement the right players in the draft and free agency to bolster that defense to match up with the Niners, right? And the NFC overall. But just, getting better offensive linemen, plugging in those better players on defense. And then pretty soon we're going to see probably a baby Ravens team in the NFC in the Seattle Seahawks. And again, I know Seahawks fans have been clamoring for good offensive line play and good defensive play for a minute. And we've seen the Legion of Boom, and we've seen the older era, but that era is done, and now we need to be able to see this new era, and I like what I'm seeing so far. Bottom of the first, 2-0 Seattle, runner at second, 2 outs. Next up, 0-1 count to Mitch Haniger. Pitches high from Manaea to Haniger, 1 ball and 1 strike. No, I think what they did at the deadline was perfect. I don't think a lot of the other bigger names were available. Pete Alonso, Cody Bellinger, Luis Robert Jr., as well as the 2 main ones that we were looking at, obviously with Bo Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. But I think that the price was too high. And a hit up the middle, Haniger. Go, baby. Let's make it 3-0. There we go. Another RBI by Mitch Haniger. Let's go. But we got 2 relief pitchers, and then we got 2, players that could start right away with Arozarena and Justin Turner. So I think that we did exactly what we needed to do while JP and Julio are healing up. Nice job, Mitch Haniger. Let's go. Everything is just gravy today. Let's get it. All smiles here. 3-0 Seattle. Let's go. Next up, third baseman over Hollywood Josh Rojas, Demo Dylan Moore. And I told my buddy today was going to be great like yesterday, and so far it is. Heck yeah. Let's go, baby. 2 for 4 this series, 0-2 count, bottom of the first, 3-0 Seattle. Runner at first, let's go. We're at 17. Now we're at 20. Well, we will get some good numbers out of Cal today. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack, bang, bang. $3 holla, we're at 20, 80 to go. And I'll get photos here in between innings. Big swing and a miss. And there goes Demo. I do too. I appreciate that. What's good, Drew? And again, someone's got to be able to represent the Mariners with no bias, as well as representing the other teams that we play instead of shitting on them when they make good plays or when they end up having good players. It's nice to be able to have a Mariner broadcast, and I'll give you all the ins and outs, but also to have a Mets broadcast or a visiting team broadcast so they don't feel like an outsider or feel they're going to get threatened and whatnot in the room. And I feel like a lot of streamers are incredibly biased. So it's nice to be able to represent the Mariners the proper way and as well with no bias as far as any fan that can come in here. And hopefully we end up playing this strong as the game goes on. 3-0 Seattle. Let's go. Appreciate you, Drew. Let's go. Captain Oreo and Megan, let me know what you want to do for photos. And I got you. Do you want me to start off with Anson for you, Megan, or is there something else? And we'll do some Cal Raleighs for Captain Oreo here. Let's go, baby. I got you, Captain. We got to make sure Cal has a good one here today. And we all love the big dumper. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We want to get 10 likes by the first 30 minutes, which is in about a minute 30. We want 20 in the first hour, and then 30 to 50 overall. And then we're already at 20 on the dono train. 80 to go. Try to end sub. Let's get it, baby. That was a great first inning, man. Let's go. I got you. And it's like we're not doing it against a pitcher, that's got like a 1-10 record and ERA of like 9. Like we're actually doing it against one of their best pitchers in the game here for the Mets. So, they're going to have their ups and they're going to have their downs. But for a pitcher that's 8-4 with a 3.30 ERA, I guarantee Mets fans did not think that they were going to get roughed up this early. Maybe later as the game went on, but not this early, not with that kind of score. Appreciate you. I'll get you these first 4, and we'll get you a few more photos once we get through the commercial break. A little Anson for your life. Let's go. Top of the second, 3-0 Mariners. Yeah, baby. Next up, first baseman Pete Alonso. Megan with the like and the share on the Twitter/X. Little dribbler towards third. Throw to Justin Turner. Pete Alonso. See you later. Next up, second baseman Jeff McNeil. I'll get you some Geno Smith as well. I got you. No problem. Plus, I mean, there's not very many people that have the dedication to be able to do as many games as me as well, and I am full-time. This is my 3rd year full-time, but my 12th year of recording. So 10 years, 9 or 10 years. What am I at? I'm at what? 12 years of recording. I believe this is my 8th year on YouTube, and I've been full-time for 3. So it's been a grind. But we'll definitely get some Geno Smith up there, and I appreciate you very, very much. But again, I shoot for about 150 out of the 162 games in the regular season. There may be a few that are on early at like 9 or 10 a.m. that I might just watch with Paisley, or there might be like a WWE pay-per-view on at the same time. So there's going to be a couple that I'm going to miss, maybe 1 or 2 a month, if that. But for the most part, I'm trying to, get as many as I can, almost every single game possible. And maybe there'll be a day where I do every single game, but hell, I guarantee there's no one else on YouTube that's doing 150 games plus out of 162. I'm by far, the regular Seattle Mariner YouTuber. That's facts. Top of the second, 3-0 Seattle. 1 out, 1-2 count from Logan Gilbert to Jeff McNeil. Go M's. McNeil pops that one up, and that one fades foul. I would be excited too. Like I said, you got a brand new coach. Also like for the Kraken, we got brand new coaches for the Kraken, brand new coaches, for the Seahawks. It's a new era. It's a new wave. And plus, when they, have an expertise in defense, and that's something that's been lacking with Seattle, and then you need to beef up that O-line. We already know the quarterback, running back, wide receivers all have that athleticism there. Now you just need to get a better tight end in the next couple years, beef up that O-line, get better defensive players. The scheme is already implemented, and things will fall into place. And if things keep progressing, the way that I think most people feel, at some point, the Seahawks will win the NFC West over the Niners. It just may take a couple years for that to happen. And also the Niners may have to have some injuries to some of their players to, for a few games to maybe, catch up or take the lead. Purdy misses a month. George Kittle misses 3 weeks. Deebo Samuel misses a month. Something like that happens. You might be able to squeak out an extra win and end up winning the division 12 games to 11 or 13 to 12 at some point. And I don't know if you're going to be able to win it this year. This year, it feels like you guys are going to win somewhere between 10 and 12 games. Worst case scenario, 8 or 9 wins. And that's if injuries happen, to a lot of the key components. But if there's no major injuries, I think 10 to 12 wins and, second place as a wild card definitely should be possible. First place is always an option if the Niners get hurt. But if the Niners don't get hurt, most people would feel that they're going to win somewhere between 10 and 14 games, but we just don't really know where we're going to be at. So, yeah, I'll get you some Sam. We'll get Geno. We'll get some Sam, and we'll sprinkle in some Seahawk photos for you guys. So, 0-2 pitch. Oh, what happened there? Logan Gilbert with a weird delivery. I hope he's okay. He's kind of slipped on the mound there. It's like the clay got stuck to his cleat there, and it was a very awkward release. He tried to be able to hold it up, but then it probably would have been a balk. So now he's going to have a meeting with Cal here. Hopefully his leg is okay and he didn't twist it. But it looks like the cleat spikes got caught in that clay, and then he did a little hezzy and, kind of hesitated with the throw, and the foot went in a weird direction as well as the leg. And then he followed through, which almost looked like a softball kind of pitch, because I don't think he really knew what to do at that point. But at least he followed through and didn't get a balk, and hopefully things will be okay. Caleb Williams showed a few nice throws. as well. So I've been trying to watch as much preseason as possible as far as some of the starters and the rookies. But again, it is preseason, so there's still a long ways to go. A couple more preseason games, and then we'll see what we actually have as an NFL product with our favorite teams and players. But it's still nice to get excited. Football is back. Little dribbler, Vientos, throw to first. Nice 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners. All right, let's get some Genos up here, and I won't throw up any of the highlighter green. I know that triggers a little bit of the migraine, so we'll stay away from any of the green uniforms, and we'll get everything else besides those. So we'll get some Seahawk photos up here for Megan and for Captain. Little Gino, little Sam. And obviously, you're going to want Gino playing, throughout the whole season. That's going to give you your best shot to be able to win the 10 to 12 games. See if it will allow me to convert it. So it looks like the Sam Howell, there's not very many Seahawk photos of him at the moment, just because obviously he just got there. And from what I'm seeing right now, it's not really letting me convert it over. So we're probably going to have to find another option. Besides that, they have, let's see, maybe one. Let's see, they got one when they first brought him over, when they didn't really know what his jersey number was going to be, and they thought it would be 2, but they've obviously changed it, I believe, to 6. So this is kind of like one of those promo, quarterback photos, as they're figuring out what number that he was going to wear. But as we have more preseason games, again, they have one photo available from a couple hours ago, but it won't let me format it. Unfortunately, him in the number 6. So, but hopefully as we get more games, then I'll be able to format some of those other photos for you. But obviously changing the number from 2 to 6 for Sam Howell. Yeah, some starters are playing. It kind of depends on the coach, and some aren't. So it's kind of like per team basis, you're getting some of these guys that are getting some action. So that's why you're going to have to kind of tune in and look, at the depth charts and early in the game, or just click on the game if it's on, just to see, if you're going to end up seeing some of your, coveted players from your favorite colleges, playing in the pros. So. Bottom of the second, 3-0 Seattle. Next up for the Mariners here in the full count, Mitch Garver. Let's go, Mitch. 3-2 pitch from Manaea. Got him. Nice punch out there. We'll make sure we give him some love. Sean Manaea, 8-4 record, 3.30, but we already put up 3 already. Nice punch out on Garv, but it's pretty easy to punch out Garv. Might be the player that's struggling the most with us, but hopefully he'll turn it around. Next up for the Mariners, shortstop Leo Rivas. Pitch is outside and high, 1-0 count. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. See where we're at on the likes. Where are we at? We're about 40 minutes in. That one fouled off. All right, we're doing decent. We're at 14, so we got now we're at 16. So we got about 2/3 of the people that are watching that have done it. So we need 4 more to get to 20. So if you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. Only 4 more to hit the goal within 20 minutes. I think we can do that. Let's go. Bottom of the second, 3-0 Mariners. 1 out, 1-2 pitch from Manaya to Rivas. Pitches inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jaden in the building. What's good? Pitches inside and almost hits him on the foot, but we'll take that walk. Rivas to first. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 1 with a double, stolen base and a run, Victor Robles. And again, Victor is really a key component. When he gets going early, it trickles down to the rest of the players and it rubs off on the other players. And again, when he doesn't get a hit in the first inning, sometimes we struggle a little bit, but when he gets going early with a single or a double, it feels like everyone else is energized and he's got that swagger and that aura. And again, that's one thing that the Mariners were lacking is swagger and aura and vibe. And we get that out of the first 2 guys out of the lineup, Victor Robles and our new addition, Randy Arozarena. Let's go. 1-1 pitch to Robles. Floats it into the zone for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, great start for the Mariners so far. I mean, we did good yesterday, 1-6-0. Manaya's on the mound with an 8-4 record, 3.30 ERA, and we're treating him as if he had a 4-8 record and an ERA of 10. So I like what we're doing so far, but again, the magic number will be 4 runs, 7 to 10 hits, and we're already 80% of the way there. We're already at 3 runs. So, depending on how this game goes, maybe we'll end up getting 7 to 10 runs tonight. That would be great. Robles pops that one up, and that one is fading foul. Little dribbler. Throw to first. Got him. But that was a great effort to first base there. Normally with some of these individuals, they kind of half-ass it to first. I like that effort. Run hard no matter what. You never know when that third baseman, second baseman, or shortstop might bobble it, or they might have a shitty throw to first, and then you can end up being safe. And hopefully we'll get Victor to continue to do that as the season goes on. Next up, left fielder, 1 for 1 with an RBI double in the first and a run, Randy Arozarena. Let's go, Randy. Let's bring that electricity to the lineup. Let's go. Much better than when we were playing the Tigers. And again, it shows you when you play down to the competition and you don't play well and you don't have any energy or swagger, you can end up getting your ass kicked. And we were 1 strike away from getting swept by a team that had no business of sweeping us. We should have won 2 out of 3 in that series, or at least, I guess 1, at the very, very least. But again, it took everything that we, had to be able to get that 1 win with Mitch Haniger with the walk-off walk, right? But this Mets series completely different. The Mets are going to be more than likely a wild card team, maybe like the Mariners, unless we can end up beating the Astros for first place in the American League West. But I think I like the Padres a little bit more than the Mets. But the Mets do have some talent. It just a lot of times they fade a little too early. They get hot early and they fade late. And you want to be able to play your best baseball in July, August, September, and that way October comes around, you have a chance at the pennant. Manaya on the mound, already 48 pitches in. 1-2 pitch to Arozarena. Pitches outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. V-Man in the building. What's good? I'm doing good. Obviously, when you got a 3-0 lead and you won 6-0, and then the game before that, you had the Haniger walk-off walk. Yeah, life is good right now. Pitch is high and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Minaya to Randy Arozarena. Get a walk here, baby. You don't even got to swing. Be patient. Have good eyes here. There we go. Pitch is inside. Tried to jam the hitter, and we'll take a walk, baby. Hell yeah. Good shit. And they're already having a mound visit here with the manager, which would probably have one as well. Gave up 3 runs in the first. Now you got guys at first and second with 2 outs. And we got our guy, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And with 1 swing, this game could be 6-0. And we've seen that happen before, even though Cal is normally more electric in innings 7, 8, and 9. But we have seen Cal hit home runs in innings 1 through 6 before as well. So let's see what we got here with our boy, Big Dumper. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. See where we're at. Did we get to the 20 likes yet? If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. Where are we at? We need 3 more to get to 20, and we got about 10 people that haven't smashed the like button yet. Now we're at 18, 2 more out of the 10, and then we'll be at that number. Let's go. Takes 1 second to smash the like button, regardless of where you're watching the stream from. Let's go, baby. 2 more to go, and we're at 20. 0-1 pitch from Minaya to Cal Raleigh. 213 average, 24 homers, and 71 ribbies. The MVP of the Mariners here in 2024. A lot of us thought it was going to be Julio going into the year, but just hasn't really figured it out. You know, again, had a good rookie season. Cal popped up, and should be a routine play here for the Mets, and they get saved. We leave 2 stranded, but the damage is done in the first inning, 3-0 Seattle. But again, hopefully Julio, once he comes back from the ankle, if he can provide any kind of spark, defensively, stealing bases, and then eventually, finding himself in the box like J.P. Crawford, it's going to make a big difference, because then at that point, a little bit less Demo, a little bit less Haniger, a little bit less Rivas, and then we're going to have an overall better lineup. And we can still sprinkle in Garver, Moore, Rivas, and Haniger, here and there. But when JP and Julio are healthy, they got to be playing almost every day. And I think everyone knows that as well. All right, try to get some more photos up here for Megan. Appreciate you. We're at 20, 80 to go. And anything else that you want besides Anson and Sam Howell, since they don't have enough Seahawk photos of him yet, the photographers need a little bit more time, maybe a couple more games, in the preseason, and there'll be more photos available, but, very limited right now. End of the second, 3-0 Seattle. Appreciate you. Delete these, make some more room. But if there's another Seahawk player that you want to see, past or present, Megan, let me know. I got you. See who's up here next for the Mets in the top of the third. Next up for the Mets, right fielder Tyrone Taylor. Batting second this inning in the 8-hole, catcher Francisco Alvarez. And batting third, center fielder in the 9-hole, Harrison Bader. Let's go, Logan. Did you get a chance to watch any of the game, DX, or were you working? And congratulations on your health journey. Anytime I see someone posting, about their health, walking, running, exercising in any kind of way, and you're your progress. I'm always going to salute that. I'm always going to like that. I'm always going to comment on that. I'm proud of you. And like I said, sometimes it's tough to be able to hold yourself accountable. You can have your girlfriend telling you, in your head that you should be doing it, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's not something that always is a priority on your mind, especially when you can do other things, like watch games or play video games or do anything other than exercising. It's a tough thing to do, but congratulations on your health journey. And trust me, once you end up doing that for 3 weeks straight, it'll become a habit that you don't want to have interrupted in your daily schedule and your daily routine. You just have to get to a point where you do it for about 21 days straight. And then once you do it for 3 weeks, it becomes a habit, and it's a positive habit and a positive thing to have in your routine. And you'll look forward to doing that, and having that exercise and that fresh air and that moment to be able to, not only lose weight, but to be able to, loosen up the muscles and feel good. And at the end of the day, you'll lose a little weight and you'll look good. You'll feel good. You'll have more confidence and swagger yourself. And congratulations on that. Bucky Irving for my Oregon Ducks and Matt's Oregon Ducks looked very good. He's going to be a very essential RB2 with Rashad White. And I know they're going to use him a lot. And I was very impressed with what I saw out of that game. And I watched about 3.5 quarters of the Bucks and the Bengals. Pop up. Victor Robles is there. 2 away. Not a whole lot from Tyrone Taylor. And Francisco Alvarez with the pop-up out. Next up, center fielder Harrison Bader. Oh, you've been off since 3? Yeah, and I didn't get a chance to see Baker Mayfield out there a lot of times. Some starters are playing, some aren't. It would have been nice to see Baker throw it around a little bit, but Trask actually did pretty good. He looks a little bit better than he did a couple years ago as a rookie, out of Florida. Would I want Kyle Trask being the starter for Tampa? Fuck no. We would lose a bunch and probably get last place or very close to the Panthers if he was the starting quarterback. But with Baker there, I know that we're going to have a chance to win the division. And, we have expectations going in to win the division. And we know that the Falcons are going to be better with Kirk Cousins. And they got Michael Penix Jr. obviously as the backup. The Saints, they're always going to be physical with their defense, but their problem is their quarterback, the offensive line and the coaching. So we'll see where that goes. And Bryce Young and the Panthers got a long ways to go before they're relevant. Little dribbler, throw to first, and it got him. There we go. But going in, I know Bucks fans and a lot of, NFC South pundits, we're going to see. It's going to be a 3-team race between the Saints, Falcons, and Bucks. But I'm pretty confident that as long as we don't have any major injuries to Baker Mayfield, Levante David, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Vita Vea, Antoine Winfield Jr., guys like that, Kristen Wirfs, we should be able to win the division again. Now, probably not by a lot. It might only be by a game or two. But, we're going in trying to win the division again, and we've been winning it for the last couple years. So, and I respect Atlanta getting Kirk Cousins, and I know the Saints are our number one rival. I always respect them. But if you just look on paper, who's got the most, overall well-rounded team, with no really issues, I would say Tampa is going to be the front runner to win the NFC South. But even if we don't, and if the Falcons or Saints win it, the Bucks are good enough to make the wild card and get to 10 wins this year. So we'll see what happens. But again, it's going to be definitely a 3-team race. And a lot of Saints fans have concerns with the offensive line, the coaching with Dennis Allen, the quarterback with Carr. Defense is usually pretty solid, so you don't really have to worry about that as much. But again, if you have issues with quarterback, play calling, O-line, that is a concern, even if you're the Saints. And with the Falcons, you got a great offense, right? You got a good offensive line. You got good weapons at running back, wide receiver, tight end. You got a good backup quarterback in Michael Penix Jr. You got a new one in Kirk Cousins. But the big question is for Atlanta, where's your defense? And do you have one? And if you don't really have one, then they're going to scale back a little bit. They might be better than they were last year, but we'll have to kind of wait and see. Like, are the Falcons going to be an 8-win team? Are they going to be a 10-win team? Or are they going to overachieve and win like 11 or more? I don't think anybody knows just yet, but definitely excited to see where we go in the NFC South. All right, let's go to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Mariners. Next up for the Mariners, first baseman Justin Turner. First pitch is outside, 1-0 count. 1 ball and no strikes. Who dat and who day in the building? Zay as a Saints fan and DX as a Bengal fan. That one fades foul. We're one like away from 20. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, Zay, please do. Someone in there, we got at least 7 or 8 people that haven't smashed it yet. We need one person out of like 7 to do it, and then we'll be at 20. One like away. We got 5 minutes to get it. Let's go, baby. Let's get to 20. It's all about the algorithm and the metrics. It definitely helps. Let's get it, baby. 1-2 pitch to Turner. Pitches inside at the knees. There we go. We just got to 20. Thank you. Now we need, now we're at 22. Thank you. All right, now we need 8 more to get to 30, and we want to get 30 to 50. Anywhere in 30 to 50 is money. That's what we want to be able to get. But obviously, 30 at the minimum, 40 to 50 is fantastic because that hits the algorithm very, very well. Bottom of the third, 3-0 Seattle, 2-2 count to Justin Turner. Thanks, Zay. Appreciate you, V-Man. 2-2 pitch. Turner fouls that one towards the first baseline, and it still fades foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Manaya to Justin Turner. 1 for 1 with a run and an RBI. Doubles out of Robles, Arozarena, and Turner in the first inning to help us get a 3-0 lead. Take the walk, baby, if he doesn't have any control. 3-2 pitch, and he got no control. Another walk. Manaya usually does not walk this often, but we'll take it. 3rd walk already within 3 innings. He can't believe it. Breathing hard, sweating out there. Next up, second baseman, Jorge Polanco. And Polo started this off, too, with an amazing glove grab, a flip to Leo Rivas, who catches it barehanded, taps on the second base, throws to first to Turner for a double play, and that kind of set the tone on what was going to happen in the bottom of the first with all our doubles that we ended up getting, and for us to be able to have this 3-0 lead. So nice job by Polo. He probably is our worst defender on the team, but again, his hitting has gotten better as of late, but that double play might have been the best one I've seen all year. Chris in the building, what's good? I mean, you got the worst defender at second in Polo, right? And then you got a brand new guy playing only in the last 5 or 10 games in Leo Rivas. I think he's a guy that can bunt, but he's kind of just a fill-in player. And for those 2 guys to come together and make one of the best defensive plays I've seen in 2024, it definitely set the tone for us in this game. Thank God. Bottom of the third, 3-0 Seattle. Runner at first, 2-1 count with no outs. Manaya, 64 pitches in. 0-1 pitch to Polo. Or excuse me, 2-1 pitch to Polo. Throw to first, safe. Polo is 0 for 1. Yeah, I've heard a lot of Saints fans, like Elliot and a few others, say that they're very concerned about the things that I mentioned. O-line, number 1. Dennis Allen, obviously number 2. Should be a coordinator, not a head coach. And obviously Carr. You know, I don't think a lot of Saints fans like him. And again, if I was a Saint fan, it's just not a good fit. He played much better with the Raiders because that scheme suited him better. And I like Alvin Kamara. I like Chris Olave. You know, there's a lot of guys that I like on the team. But again, that offense, it just doesn't mix with Carr. It's just not the right type of quarterback for that team, you know. And it's not like Drew Brees is coming back anytime soon. So it's like sometimes you got to be able to find a player that's good. And Carr was, you know, a top, 15 quarterback, somewhere between 10 and 15. Most people would say he's kind of there with Cousins around 10, 11, 12, 13, somewhere in there, right? With Geno and Trevor Lawrence and Baker, kind of in that same mix, 10 to 15, right? But he's just not a fit for the Saints. You know, he got better as the season went along, but it's just like one of those players that absolutely doesn't fit with his new team. Polo into the gap. Oh, Bader with a catch all the way to the wall, robbing Polo. Wow, 2 away. We got some defensive gems here tonight. My God. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder, Mitch Hanigan. 1 for 1 with an RBI. Let's go, Hanny. What's going, Chris? What's good, bud? Bottom of the third, 3-0 Seattle. Runner at first, 1 out, 0-1 count from Anaya to Haniger. 11 home runs and 42 ribbies out of Mitch, batting only .211, and he was ranked one of the lowest outfielders based off metrics in right field. Like, he was at the almost dead last. And for him to be able to step up, and play better within the last 3 weeks, not only has it helped his confidence, but Mariners fans, as well as the organization. And again, if we didn't have Mitch Haniger on the team, we'd probably lose those 2 games where we had the walk-offs. Popped up and out, 2 away. Okay, Mitch. And it's not like, he's a player that can't help. It's just that he might not be a starter anymore. And sometimes it's a pill to swallow, when you've been a starter pretty much your whole career, and then you get to a point where there's a younger guy or younger guys that are waiting to take your spot because, you're a little bit falling off, in the skill set. But every once in a while, Haniger can put up something, and I'm glad that he has. We need him, especially until Julio and JP come back. Next up, third baseman, Dylan Moore. But one thing about Haniger that I've seen, that is a big key, ever since we got Justin Turner and Haniger have been having meetings together, based off batting stance and, being able to see pitches, more clearly. And I think that him seeing the baseball with Justin Turner has really helped him since we've acquired JT. So, nice for them to be able to work together and to try to get back on track. Big swing and a miss for Demo, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let him know, Chris. Two pitch. Pitch is high. Did he go? No, he did not. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count is full. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. We're at 20, 80 to go. And we're at 24, 6 more likes to get to 30. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. Really does help our metrics and algorithm as well. Popped up, going foul. And that bounces from the 2nd row all the way into the 5th row. Grab that souvenir. Let's go, Demo. Bottom of the 3rd. Runner at first with 2 outs, 3-2 count from Manaya, 77 pitches in to Dylan Moore, who is 0 for 1. Let's go, baby. And that pitch was inside, and he walked him. Wow. Demoed at first. Runners at first and second now. Next up, DHing for Seattle, Mitch Garver. And really the only roster move that I'm a little suspect on is not having Jason Vossler. Again, him in AAA with Tyler Locklear, they'll get more opportunities, but I think Vossler should be our everyday DH, and I think that would help the team out a hell of a lot more, and hopefully Vossler will get called up before the season ends, but I'm not sure if it will. And Ryan Bliss ended up hitting a home run last night. Where is he? Not in the lineup. Hopefully we get Ryan Bliss to pinch hit or at least pinch run at some point, but it would have been nice to reward Ryan Bliss after, getting called up and, not being able to play for the Mariners for many, many weeks. Gets called up, and in his first game, after being called up the previous time, hits a 2-run blast to set the tone for us. It would be nice to be able to reward a guy like that so he can keep his Uncle Mo and momentum going, but I guess that's Scott service for you, Scott is very unpredictable. You don't really know what he's going to do, with the lineups, and he definitely doesn't put us in the best position to win every night. He kind of seems like he's just trying to make friends with the guys on the team, and he's not trying to hurt any feelings. But at the end of the day, you're the fucking manager. You're not the best friend. You need to be a guy that makes the tough decisions, and you got to have the best players playing. And I get it. Sometimes it depends if it's a left-handed pitcher, right-handed pitcher. If you're a left-handed batter, right-handed batter, I get that. That's why we're not seeing like Hollywood Josh Rojas today, and it's Demo instead, but still. Hopefully it'll get better for situational, game planning for Scott Service and the Mariners. 3-1 pitch from Anaya to Garver. Pops that one behind the plate. Foul. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Come on, Garv. Judah in the building. What's good? I saw the photo of you on Facebook at the cat rescue. I had to like it. I think your friend posted it and tagged you in it. Very cool, man. Pitches outside, and he walks him. Garver with a walk. And they're just walking on walks. Walks on walks, baby. Next up, shortstop, Leo Rivas. And you might need to pull Manaya here. And shout out to Megan and Matt for the like and the share on the post. Appreciate you. We're having a little meeting at the mound. There we go. Another like. 3 more to get to 30. Let's go, baby. 2 more to get to 30. And we're at our first goal. Manaya, career record versus the Mariners, 8 wins and 7 losses. Rivas all the way to center field, but Bader is there. We keep 3 stranded at first, second, and third. And it would have been nice to be able to knock in at least 1 more right there, but it is what it is. Let's see who's up next here for the Mets. We can't have too many of those opportunities get wasted, though. But at least we're beating up Manaya, and it seems like he might be heading out of the game shortly. He's gassed already. And that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted him to get out, before the 6th inning, and we're on pace to do that. Next up for the Mariners, Next up for the Mets, shortstop Francisco Lindor, 1 for 1 so far today. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K, left fielder Brandon Nimmo. And batting third, 0 for 1, the everyday DH, former Dodger J.D. Martinez. Let's go Mariners. Yeah, I was really hoping that Boston was going to be able to do that. I think, Yordan Alvarez homered twice today? That's tough. Astros are getting hot at the worst possible time for us Mariner fans, but, it is what it is. It's going to be a battle between the Astros, the Mariners, and the Rangers, so. Oh, no worries. Let me know other photos that you're wanting, and I got you throughout the stream. And then hopefully, like I said, after a couple more preseason games, that maybe the photographers will take a little bit more of Sam Howell as the backup quarterback for the Hawks, and then they'll have a few more options. But from what I saw, they had only 1 or 2 from today's game, and I couldn't even format the photo, and it was the wrong size, but it wouldn't let me convert it. So I got to wait until there's a little bit more there. I did throw up that earlier, but I can do that again if you were gone. But if you didn't see any of those photos, I can throw those up again. Lindor, line drive. Nice catch by Victor Robles. Hell yeah. No fly zone in effect, baby. Great catch by Victor Robles, baby. Next up for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Then you can put your little lapel on it and whatnot. Two-0 pitch by Logan Gilbert. Pitches inside, 3 balls and no strikes. Come on, Logan. Let's go, baby. We need you. Stetson's finest. And 4 straight balls. And Brandon Nimmo to first. Next up, DHing for the Mets, J.D. Martinez, the former Dodger. That would be awesome. You should. That'd be some good cosplay there. Top of the 4th, 3-0 Mariners. Runner at first with a walk to Brandon Nimmo. 1 out, 0 for 1 for J.D. Martinez. He's batting .259. 12 homers and 53 ribbies here in 2024. I thought, before he signed with the Mets, that this would be a great player for the Mariners to be targeting. It would have been much better than, Polanco or Garver, but obviously got a little bit more money, and I'm not sure if the Mariners were even interested. But if you ended up watching him on the Dodgers, he was the everyday DH for Los Angeles and did a damn good job when he was there. Pitches inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch. Dribbler towards third base and foul for Martinez. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Great start here for the Mariners. We won 6-0 yesterday, and we're feeding off the momentum for Hanny's walk-off walk against the Tigers in game number 3, where we were 1 strike away from a sweep. And not us getting the sweep, us actually getting swept by the Tigers. There we go. Logan Gilbert with the punch out. Nice job, Logan. Nice job, Walter. Mariner Moose likes that. Next up for the Mets, first baseman 0 for 1, Pete Alonso. Yeah, Amazon's going to have a lot of options there. Top of the 4th, 3-0 Seattle. Runner at first with 2 outs. 1-0 count from Gilbert to Alonso. Pitches inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Wow, they gave him a strike on that. Unbelievable. That one was out of the zone, but they gave him the call. 1 ball and 1 strike there. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Let's get to 30 likes here within the next few minutes. And we're at 20, 80 to go. Big swing and a miss from Alonso. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, the Padres, like I said at the beginning of the year, if you actually follow that team, they're going to be more dangerous than the Mets, in my opinion. And I feel that if it's the Brewers, the Braves, and even the Phillies and Dodgers being the 2 best teams in the National League, they don't want to see San Diego, because San Diego actually has the ability to beat the Dodgers and the Phillies in a 7-game series. And I don't think there's any other team that can do it. Like I said, you got the Braves and you got the Dodgers and the Phillies and the Brewers kind of at the top. And then, you got a few teams that are kind of hovering on that wild card status in the National League. But by far, I think the Padres are the most dangerous, not elite team a team that could upset, the Phillies or Dodgers, and I know that they don't want to see them in the playoffs. All right, let's see, get these photos up here for Megan. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Seattle. Appreciate you. See who's up next here for Seattle. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 2 with a run, center fielder Victor Robles. Batting second, 1 for 1 with a run, RBI and a base on ball, left fielder Randy Arozarena. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a K, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. Let's go, baby. Let's bring that electricity. And like I mentioned multiple times on the stream, make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health. It's the most important thing you can do every day that you're alive, okay? If you feel like you're slipping into the darkness, make some minor adjustments to your daily routine. If you're not exercising, exercise. If you're not eating healthy, eat healthier. And if you're not listening to at least 30 minutes of music, do that. You'd be really surprised on what the brain will do and react to music every single day. And if you do those 3 basic things while hanging out with friends and family, taking care of your pets and your animals that you have in the household, you'll definitely come out the other side a lot better and you can win the day. Big facts. No problem. Thank you. No, Polo's not hurt. And Skeens got kind of fucked up today against the Dodgers. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, and 7 Ks. So obviously, Skeens is still one of the best rookie pitchers we've seen in a long time. And I know the Mariners play Skeens next Friday, I think on Apple TV Plus. So I'm very excited to be able to see him. Wish that we were playing Skeens in Seattle. That would be a cool game to go to, but we're going to be in Pittsburgh, and hopefully we'll bring our A game, and we can rough up Skeens a little bit. Now we got a new pitcher in here for the Mets, Brazoban, and hopefully we'll be able to tear him up as well. Let's go. Victor Robles in the box with a 2-0 count. Big swing and a miss, 2 balls and 1 strike. Robles strikes out number 1. Brazoban coming in. Next up, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Pitches outside, but called strike. 0-1 count. I know, Captain Oreo, that was huge, man. And again, my goal was, hopefully, I was thinking about the 5th inning, maybe we can get him out, but we got him out even earlier before that. Only pitched the 3 innings, so the damage was done. We got big doubles on him early, right? And he lost his confidence. Then he started losing his control and his location, started walking a bunch of guys, and then he just got tired. And, that's a great formula, for the Mariners, but we're not going to see that happen that often, but I'm glad it happened here tonight. Arozarena popped up, 2 players converging in foul territory, and they run into each other, but the ball is caught. Wow, 2 away. Brazoban is happy about that one. Next up, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. Is it time for a Cal Raleigh home run? Trident's up. Hopefully we'll get one today or tomorrow. Let's go, Cal. Reflect in the building. What's good? Bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Mariners with 2 outs. Pitch right down the middle to Cal Raleigh. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's go, Cal. One pitch. Little dribbler towards first base. Flip to Brazoban. And that is the end of the inning. So we're going to have to wait until maybe the 6th or the 7th to get maybe some Cal Raleigh magic. End of the 4th inning, 3-0 Seattle. Let's see who's up next here for the Mets. I'm going to go get Paisley some food. I know she's barky right now. I think she wants a snack. Next up, 0 for 1 with a K, second baseman Jeff McNeil. Batting second, 0 for 1, third baseman in the 6th hole, Mark Vientos. And batting third, getting a rare opportunity to play, right fielder, Tyrone Taylor. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. Paisley needs some food. All right, I'm back. Alex, I think it might happen. It's either going to be today or tomorrow. We'll see if there, is a good opportunity for Cal. And Cal can hit it from the left side or the right side. So maybe we'll be able to get a little magic for Alex's kids and a little bit of electricity. And we can get Cal Raleigh to go back, gone. Let's go. You can do it, big dumper. Let's go. Hope you're having a good day, Alex, with you and the kids. Reflect with the tenor. Oh, man, it is started off crazy, man. Robles with a double, right? Randy Arozarena with a double. Turner ended up having a double. So Arozarena doubled to left. Robles scored 1-0. Turner doubled to right. Arozarena scored 2-0. Then Haniger singled to center. Turner scored 3-0. So it all happened in the bottom of the first inning. And we ended up having, 3 double cheeseburgers right there out of the top. But it started with Victor Robles. And the only one that got out in that early lineup, I think, was Cal. Cal ended up striking out, I believe. And then everyone else was getting doubles. So if you can get doubles out of 3 out of your first 4 players, probably a good sign that things are going well for the Mariners. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack, bang, bang. $10 holla. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you. We're at 30, 70 to go to hit the goal. Next up is Jeff McNeil. Go, Logan. One-two pitch to McNeil. Pitch is low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big hits, too. But we got 4 hits. And I believe, 3 of them are doubles? 3 doubles and a single. So, again, we wanted to get 4 runs, 7 to 10 hits, and we're already at 3 and 4. So, 1 more run, and then we'll take more than just 4 if we can get it. and then we're only 3 more hits away from the total for, kind of being in that sweet spot. So I think there's a very good chance that we can get 4 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Rivas is right there. Throw to Justin Turner. 1 away. Goodbye, Jeff McNeil. Next up, third baseman, Mark Vientos. Yeah, that was awesome. I don't know if we anticipated Bryce doing that well. Yesterday was amazing, but we were definitely feeling the momentum of the sweep that almost happened against us with the walk-off walk with Hanny against the Tigers. And then we came in with a kind of a vibe and an aura and a swagger, and we played up to the competition, not played down to the competition of the Tigers. The Mets are right where the Mariners are, trying to be able to make the playoffs, and they're above 500 record-wise. And, it was just nice to be able to see the bats come alive and the pitching. And when you end up getting, both aspects of the game flowing together, of course, bullpen is always going to be a little shaky for the Mariners. But overall, 6-0 final yesterday was fantastic. Pitches low and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, they're trying to do it to prevent the injuries and whatnot. I think a lot of fans are, I'm not sure if they're really going to like it, but I mean, that's what we have to deal with now. Vientos, line drive. Randy Arozarena is right there. Great defense. No fly zone, baby. Let's go. 2 away. And just imagine once we get Julio out there. Randy in left, Julio in center, and then we're going to have Robles in right. My goodness. Next up for New York, right fielder Tyrone Taylor. Good old Tyrone. Yeah, more explosive returns. I mean, they can still, have it, be a touchback and whatnot. But I think based off the rules that they had last year and how many touchbacks that there were, they want more action. They don't necessarily want more injuries, but they want to be able to have more explosive plays potentially happen rather than just, being a kind of a methodical touchback, and no one really cares. And it's kind of just like a lost play, in football. And, and doing this new rule change, they're hoping, that there will end up being some big returns, and, we'll see if that happens or not. And, I'm not sure if it's going to reduce the injuries a lot or not, but I guess we'll find out after they do this new rule this year. If the injuries go down 20% and then the scoring goes up 20, then, then they found something, but we'll have to wait and see. Top of the 5th, 3-0 Seattle. 2 outs, 1-2 pitch. Gilbert, little dribbler. Throw to first. Turner's there. Got him. Anything you want to see photo-wise? Reflect. Seahawk players or Mariner players, let me know. I got you. And we'll go through these one last time for Megan. And then I got to delete these and make some room for more. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th, 3-0 Seattle. Next up for the Mariners, 1-for-1 with a run, RBI, and a base on ball. First baseman, Justin Turner. Batting second, 0-for-2, second baseman, Jorge Polanco. And batting third, 1-for-2 with an RBI, Mitch Haniger. And then besides all the doubles we ended up having, Reflect, we had probably the best double play all year. So Polo goes down, dives for a baseball in the top of the first. He flips it with his glove to Leo Rivas. Rivas catches it barehanded in the air, taps on second base, throws to first. JT catches it, Turner, and we get a double play. And it was probably one of the cleanest, like kind of wacky, crazy plays that we actually executed a double play on all year. And that really kind of set the tone as we ended up going into the bottom of the first. And then we ended up getting, 3 doubles in that particular inning that led to a 3-0 lead. Well, there'll be another place where Tommy can watch the game. Bottom of the fifth, 3-0 Mariners. Turner crushes that one, fading foul. Let's go, JT. Now, you'll see a replay on it. They might have it on socials, or, we'll see if they end up, showing the play. But, I mean, it's worth showing. Like I said, if we're going to show big RBIs and big home runs, we might as well show good defensive plays, like guys robbing home runs or creating some magic with their double plays. And it just made it special because Polo is so terrible, at defense, and he actually made an amazing play, and then he flipped it with his glove. And I thought it was going to be glove to glove, but it was glove to bare hand. Diving catch in left field. No love for Justin Turner on that play. One away. Nemo out there playing some great defense in left field. Next up, second baseman Jorge Polanco. Go Polo. .98 over the plate for strike one. 2 lineouts. Polo 0 for 2. 206 average. 10 homers. 29 ribbies here in 2024. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Polo. Strike 3 to Polo. 2 away. 5 up and 5 down for Brazoban. Next up, right fielder. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Mitch Haniger. Take a look at some of the preseason scores. We got 14-13 Cardinals over Saints by 1 with 30 seconds to go, and the Saints have the ball. Jets beat the Commanders 20-17. Bears 33, Bills 6. Vikings 24, Raiders 23. Packers 23, Browns 10. Bucks 17, Bengals 14. Go Bucks. Jags 26, Chiefs 13. Titans 17, Niners 13. Dribbler towards third base and foul. Seahawks 16, Chargers 3. Patriots 17, Panthers 3. Giants 14, Lions 3. Those were on Thursday. 20-12, Texans over the Steelers on Friday. 20-13, Dolphins over the Falcons on Friday. And then the Eagles won 16-13 over the Ravens. Tomorrow morning, we got Broncos and Colts at 10 a.m. on NFL Network. And then the last game for week number 1 will be 1:30, Cowboys and Rams on NFL Network. And then I'll be watching NASCAR Cup Series tomorrow, Richmond, tomorrow afternoon as well. Haniger strikes out. Go to first. And that is the end of the 5th inning. Next up for the Mets, 0 for 1 in the 8-hole, catcher Francisco Alvarez. Batting second, 0 for 1, center fielder Harrison Bader. And batting third, shortstop, 1 for 2, Francisco Lindor. congratulations to Team USA men's basketball. I didn't watch really a whole lot of the Olympics, but when I know something that's on the line and history could be made, and this might be the only time that you're going to see Curry, in the Olympics and whatnot, and that was the only thing that was really, evading his career with accolades, and he went off, in that third and fourth quarter, and they ended up beating France and Victor Wembanyama. All right, we're 6 likes away from 40. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We're at 34. 6 more to get to 40. Let's go, baby. Take a quick look at Logan Gilbert's numbers. 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. And even though it's not, 7 or 8 or 9, that's all right. We're getting outs, and he's looking good. Let's go. And I'll be doing the game tomorrow. It'll be the last game on Sunday, 4 o'clock, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. And we'll see if we can find a way to win this one first. And then if we do, we're going to have a good chance to win tomorrow with Castillo on the mound. And getting a sweep would be great to make up for that Tiger series. And only winning, 1 game out of 3 against Boston. And obviously winning 2 out of 3 against the Phillies was nice. But, after you end up winning only 1 against Boston, then you get that emotional high winning 2 out of 3 against the Philadelphia Phillies, who could be World Series champs this year. And then you kind of shit the bed against Detroit and almost got swept. So, but at least we're coming out with a vengeance against the Mets. And hopefully we can continue that trend, because it's not going to get any easier. Yeah, the Mariners did that. We did that. That was George Kirby. George Kirby did it as a salute to Tim Wakefield after he obviously has passed away, and the known knuckleball thrower, but that was us. That was George Kirby. Top of the 6th, 3-0 Mariners. I mean, it was only like 1 pitch that he did it, but it was just cool that, to show that tribute and that love, Top of the 6th, 3-0 Seattle. No outs. Francisco Alvarez in the box, 0 for 1. 2-2 pitch from Gilbert to Alvarez. Big swing and a miss. There goes Alvarez. Down goes Alvarez. Go, baby. Stetson's finest. We love it. Nice job, Logan. Next up for the Mets in the 9-hole, center fielder Harrison Bader, 0 for 1. Let's make it 0 for 2. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bader. .268 average, 8 homers and 41 ribbies for Bader here in 2024. 1-1 pitch. Gilbert low at the knees, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch to Gilbert. At the knees again, 3 balls and 1 strike to Bader. Who dat? Three-one pitch to Bader. Dribbler towards third base. Throw to first. Got him. And it's nice, my buddy is there with his friend who's celebrating his birthday. They're high school buddies. And, to get 2 wins, against the Mets, celebrating a birthday sounds like a pretty fantastic birthday weekend. I don't know if we're going to hang on and win 3-0 or if we're going to put up a little bit more, but it would be crazy to have back-to-back shutouts against this Mets team. Next up for the Mets, their best all-around player, shortstop Francisco Lindor. You got the dub. I was about to say you guys had the ball with like 30 seconds left, so I assume you guys got into field goal range and kicked the game winner. Did you get a chance to watch the whole game, Zay, or just pieces of it? Absolutely. Grinding it out. We're at 30, 70 to go. 257 average, 22 homers, and 67 ribbies for Lindor in 2024. Wow, line drive. Pass Logan, pass Rivas, all the way to Victor Robles. And luckily it didn't hit Gilbert in the head. Nice single by Francisco Lindor. Josh in the building. What's good? Yeah, I love UFC. UFC and boxing. I try to watch as much as I can. When they have the pay-per-views, typically once a month. If they have a good matchup. But it kind of just depends on who's fighting. For me to get interested. So. Top of the 6th, 3-0 Seattle. Runner at first with 2 outs. We got to make sure we complete this particular inning for Logan Gilbert. Next up is Brandon Nimmo. Come on, Logan. Pitch is low at the knees. 1 ball and no strikes. 0 for 1 with a walk in the 4th inning for Brandon Nimmo. The pitcher was George Kirby on the Mariners. That was the one that did the knuckleball tribute for Tim Wakefield. Pitch is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Two-one pitch to Nimmo. Popped up. Robles is there. There we go. Good job. Nice job, Logan. Now, will Logan go 7 innings? I mean, obviously we have a problem with our bullpen. So maybe, having him go another inning, obviously you would think the fatigue and let's see what his numbers are. Where is he at for his pitch count? He's at 77. I was going to say if he was at 80, 85, then maybe that's it. But 77, I mean, even if you go, 10, 13 pitches, and then that would put you at 90. So I would say let him go back out there for 1 more inning. And then we can go with someone, like Garcia in the 8th, and then Andres Munoz in the 9th, and we can just end it. But Munoz hasn't played for like bajillion games, and they were thinking about putting him in yesterday, but I guess they were just saving him for today. Now, if our bullpen was good, then we could just be like, it's all right, Logan, you did a great job, get some rest and whatnot. But in these type of situations, when our bullpen has been very shaky, we don't want to just give up the 3-0 lead, bring in some jobber, and then all of a sudden it's 3-2 or 3-3, and then we really got to grind it out at the very end to get the win. We want to make sure that, we're getting the job done. Put the foot on the gas. Let's not let them catch back up. So hopefully we can add on another 1 or 2 more. I would love for us to get to 5, and that might be the magic number here tonight. I don't know. 3 doesn't really make me feel comfortable, but I think if we can get to 5, that'll be a little bit better. But we'll see. Beggars can't be choosers, right? I guess we'll get what we get, right? Next up, 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a K. Third baseman today over Josh Rojas, Dylan Moore. Batting second, DHing for Seattle, Mitch Garver. Should be Vossler. Bring him back up from AAA. And batting third in the 9-hole, shortstop Leo Rivas. How about let's go for a bunt, right? Let's go and get guys over on the bunt. Let's get it. Heck yeah, do it. I mean, unless you want to wait until you get your first one to see how it fits and how it looks. And then, you can put the little lapels on it. And then if it's something that you feel like, okay, yeah. And then you can get that, and then you'll have 2. There's always going to be a rule of 3s as a collector too. And you know that too. It's like anytime you end up having a collection of something, baseball cards, posters, action figures, bobbleheads, Funkos, there's like kind of a rule of 3 where if you get 1, it looks cool. 2, then you can pair it up. But something about having like 3 or more, and then it really kind of brings the collection together. And obviously, if you can have more than 3 of whatever, then you're really building something special. But anytime you can end up going from that first piece to the second, and then it kind of sometimes when you get that third one, it kind of brings it all together. Bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Seattle. 1-1 pitch to Demo. Check swing. Pitch is outside. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Okay, you ate odd numbers, so yeah, 4. Then 4 it is. There you go. 2, 4, or 6. Somewhere in there. That'll work for you. Big swing and a miss for Demo. 1 away. Next up, DHing for Seattle, 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a K, Mitch Garver. Buddy got me a mini bat at the game. Usually they'll have, the wood-colored ones. They'll have black. Sometimes they'll have, like, player image ones. And that's very cool. It's always nice when you can have a friend that'll get you a souvenir at the game that you're not able to go to. They had a Julio Rodriguez mini bat with his image on it for like a wood-colored bat, and I probably should have bought that when we went to the Orioles game on July 4th, but I didn't. And then afterwards, I looked for it again, and it was gone. So, sometimes when you see something cool, you got to be able to buy it immediately, because if you don't, then you might not see it, ever again, or until you go to another Mariner game. But at least I'm getting a mini bat here for my friend when the next time I see him. And I believe it'll be kind of like this Mitch Garver black mini bat. They usually will have beige or the black bats. So I'm very excited about that. I got a couple mini ones already of the Mariners. I got Ichiro player image one from when he was a rookie, and then a regular Mariner one. I got a Portland Beaver one back from the AAA affiliate in '92. But I don't think I have a mini black bat. So this will be the first time that I'll have that, and that'll have the Louisville Slugger and the Mariner, obviously burned into it. And you might see me swinging it around here on the stream at one point. Bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Seattle with 1 out. Garrett on the mound. 1-2 pitch to Garver, and he strikes out. Down goes Dylan Moore with a punch out, and Mitch Garver. Next up, shortstop Leo Rivas. How about attempt to bunt? Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. Where are we at on the likes? Where are we at here? Are we at 40 yet? We are at 35. So we need 5 more likes before the stream ends to hit the goal. We are at 36 now. Thank you so much. 4 more to hit the goal. We're at 36. Let's get to 40 to 50. Bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Mariners. Leo Rivas in the box. Garrett on the mound. And mini bats are usually not that expensive at a game too. It's a cool souvenir to get that's cheap. It's like $7 to $12. Most of the time, around 10. But it kind of depends on, I guess, the day and the merch and whatnot. But there's not very many things that you can buy for $10 that are going to be as cool as a mini bat. Bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Seattle with 2 outs. 1-2 count to Leo Rivas, who is 0 for 1. Pitch is low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's go, baby. We're doing the wave in Seattle. 2-2 pitch. Wild pitch behind the backstop. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Garrett lost all control on that last pitch. Appreciate it. I got an All-Star game one from the MLB All-Star game that was in Seattle, but I don't think I'm going to wear it. I think I'm just going to keep that in mint condition as a rare item. Also got a T-shirt from the All-Star game that was in Seattle as well. Probably won't wear that either. All right, got him. End of the 6th inning, 3-0 Mariners. We need more. 3's not good enough. We need at least one more good inning to get 1 to 3 runs, and then that might be good enough at that particular point. But let's see what we got going here. Is Logan going to come back out? I believe he is, because he's only at 77 pitches. But we've seen Scott Service also pull Gilbert in the same type of situation. So again, I feel like if we pull him, and put someone else in, they might score 1 to 3 runs. And I would rather have Logan give up a run or 2 rather than just some other guy that we throw in there like Trent Thornton or Austin Both or Sauce. I want to make sure that, give a chance to the player, the pitcher that has done well to continue, his little streak. Let him play. Let Stetson Finest play the damn game. Let's go. And it's not like he's at 87 or 97 pitches. I mean, he's at 77. I mean, that's a very, very low number, based off what inning we're in right now. But we got 3 runs, 4 hits. They have no runs and 2 hits. So, and no errors by either team so far. So it has been a magnificent outing by Logan Gilbert. I need to get a drink here real quick. Give me 1 sec. All right, I'm back. JT Chagua in the bullpen. Logan ain't going to the 8th. That ain't happening. This will be the last inning. Because you got to think at some point Logan is going to start losing his location, and it might actually have to, have this particular inning. We'll find out if he ends up walking a couple guys here. But even though you might be, only 80 pitches in, the bottom line is, once you look up at the scoreboard and you're in the 7th or 8th inning. And Logan is a guy that can go the distance out of all our pitchers, but he just gave up a hit right there. He ain't going to the 8th. JD Martinez with a single. Fatigue will catch up to you at the worst time. Next up, first baseman 0 for 2, Pete Alonso. Let's get a double play right here. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. But since we've had, bullpen struggles, obviously I'd rather go with our starting pitchers, regardless who they are, rather than get any guy in the bullpen, unless we're talking about Garcia or Munoz. But, everyone else, like Santos is hurt, and I don't trust anybody else. So we'll see where it goes. That's what we're waiting on. Yeah. To give Logan a monster drink. Top of the 7th, 3-0 Seattle. Runner at first with no outs. 0-2 pitch to Alonso. Let's get a double play here. A little weak grounder. We can get a nice deep P here. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is low and into the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's go, baby. Strike his ass out. Come on, Logan. You still got a little bit of heat in that arm. Smoke him. Got him. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Even a tired pitcher that's starting is going to be better than anybody in our bullpen, unless it's Garcia or Munoz. Facts. Nice job. Let's go. Yes, sir. Nice job, Logan. Fantastic day. Bryce Miller was great yesterday. Logan backing it right up with a back-to-back performance here against the Mets, and we might be able to get back-to-back shutouts if we're lucky here. Jeff McNeil, big swing and a miss. Let's go, baby. Come on, Logan. Oh for 2 with a K, Jeff McNeil. 0-1 pitch from Gilbert to McNeil. Into the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's get a double play here or a punch out. Let's go. Yeah, how's the weather there for you where you're at, Reflect? Today was our last hot day for like 10 days. Today was like 87, 88, and then the rest of the temperatures are going to be like 70 to like 82 for like the next 10 days. I can't wait for that, so. They don't do 100 pitches anymore. Things have changed. This is a pitching league, and again, if you look at how many hitters are batting above 300, only like 10 to 12, but they don't let pitchers go to 100 anymore. It's very rare unless they're going for a no-hitter or like a one-hitter or a complete game, but you're not typically going to see guys, go into the hundreds. And it happens occasionally, depending on if the bullpen is hurt or whatever the game situation is, but usually you're going to see guys get pulled in mid-80s, low 90s, or mid-90s. Typically, they don't even get to 100 or over 100 unless they're desperate or they have an injury issue or a depth issue. Top of the 7th, 3-0 Seattle. Runner at first with 1 out. Count is full to Jeff McNeil. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Come on, Logan. Go, baby. Smoke his ass. But also you have to have a manager that allows that pitcher to go as well. On the corner. 98 miles an hour. My boy. Let's go. Bryce Miller. Yes, please. Logan Gilbert. Yes, please. Let's go. Fuck yeah. That one was on the corner, but we'll take it. Next up for the Mets, third baseman, 0 for 2, Mark Vientos. Chopper towards third, throw to first. Hell yeah. Great game. Let's go. And I'm just happy that my buddy gets to, be there for 2 great games, where we're not getting our ass kicked out there. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Let me know what you want to do for photos. Anything F1, or if you want something Bengals or Iowa Hawkeyes, you let me know, DX. I got you. Appreciate you. DX with a $5. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th and let's try to add some run support, some extra insurance, and we're not talking Geico. Let's go. We need 1 or 2 more runs for me to feel like comfortable. 1, I feel pretty good. 2, I feel great. If we get none, I'm still going to be a little nervous until the game ends, especially with our bullpen. All right, next up, 1 for 3 with a run and a K. The guy that got everything started for the Mariners. When he gets a hit in the top of the first inning, or the bottom of the first, that's when we play well. And when you don't get hits out of Victor Robles early, we don't play well. Just look at the Tiger series. Leading off, center fielder, Victor Robles. Let's go, Victor. Batting second, 1 for 2, with a run, RBI, and a base on ball. Left fielder, Randy Arozarena. And batting third, 0 for 3 with a K, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. And is this the inning where he ends up getting the home run? Trident's up? Possibly. Have a good feeling that Cal might homer today or tomorrow. And normally, the 7th inning is our highest scoring inning out of any inning 1 through 9. We get the most hits, the most RBIs, and the most home runs in the 7th. So we'll see what we get in this particular bottom of the 7th inning at T-Mobile Park. We're at 35, 65 to go. Logan, 92 pitches, 60 strikes, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 6 Ks, 2.91 ERA. Fucking beautiful. I'm so happy that we got one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. I love hits and I love home runs and RBIs, but I'm, going to be more of a defensive guy, in all sports. But having a great pitching staff and having good defense, even though JP and Julio have been hurt for a while, it's nice to be able to see us being able to do the thing that everyone said that we couldn't do. Hit the damn baseball. Matan in the game against Victor Robles. That one fouled back. 0-1 count. Was there any F1 races that were on today, DX? I ended up watching a little bit of the trucks race on the NASCAR Cup Series just because I'm so desperate for racing. I do like the Napa truck. And we're definitely going to have a good race tomorrow at Richmond. And again, we'll be live for the Mariners and Mets on Sunday Night Baseball at 4 o'clock Pacific. And I'll be watching the race at the same time. I believe that starts at 3 for Richmond. And there's been a lot of preseason football on today. Hopefully you guys got a chance to watch a little bit of that, if that's something that you're interested in. Bottom of the 7th, 3-0 Seattle. 1-2 pitch from Matan Robles. Pitch is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, you still got to wait an additional week. Damn, that's tough. So you guys have no F1 for 3 weeks? That's ridiculous. 2-2 pitch to Robles. Got him. Down goes Victor. One away. Next up, left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Bring that electricity, baby. Go, Randy. Oh, sorry to hear that about the funeral. Seems like there's been more and more of those for a lot of people as of late. Oh, Jimmy Garcia warming up. I like that. Randy, yes, sir. Over McNeil's head. Let's go. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Nice job, Randy. The biggest name in the trade deadline, and I'm so happy he's a Seattle Mariner. Next up, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. Did we get the 2-run blast here to make it 5-0? That would be great. Not sure if you're going to get it from Maton, but this would be a great time to do it here, batting left-handed. I don't think that's true. There's a lot of shit that's worse than preseason football. You know, obviously spring training baseball is going to be hit or miss. You know, preseason NBA, trash. The NBA in the regular season, trash. Playoffs, trash. The only thing that was good, was the gold medal game. College basketball in general, trash, unless it's March Madness. So there's a lot of things that are much worse than preseason football. And the thing is, some people don't enjoy it, but for a lot of us that are diehards, we're going to tune in a little, to see what the rookies look like and, if any of the guys are out there playing. So, I mean, there's a reason why the NFL draft is so much better than the MLB, NBA, and NHL. It's like that event where it ends up being almost a fucking holiday. Steal the second. Safe. Well, it sounds like you're not really a fan, Dustin. But there's different levels of fandom, There's bandwagon, fair weather, occasional fan, right? Hardcore, and fanatics. And a lot of the people in this room are the fanatics. Sounds like you might be the latter. Bottom of the seventh, 3-0 Seattle. Runners at first and second with one out. Next up is our boy, JT Justin Turner. And if we're actually being honest, out of all the preseason games, the NFL is probably the most entertaining out of all sports. It might not be for everyone because the games don't mean anything. I get it. And you're not getting all the starters. But again, if you follow your team closely, you want to be able to see like rookies and guys that might be able to be a role player, step up and, kind of see, or someone new that got traded to the team that gets a chance to play. So there's different levels of fandom, and sounds like you might not be like the rest of us. Ooh, Vince Dunn, good choice. Turner crushes that one. Foul. Let's go, Justin. Bottom of the seventh, runners at first and second with one out. 1 for 2 for Justin Turner today. And the Northwest Green, the teal. 1-2 pitch. Chopper, yes, sir. Let's go, 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 go. JT with an RBI. Victor Robles, 4-0 Mariners. That's what I'm talking about, baby. No fair weather fan here. Let's go. Nice job, JT. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. A little bit of run support. There we go. Nice job. Rosarina scored. Raleigh to second, not Robles. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Polo. Nice catch there by Nimmo in left field. 2 away. Polo got robbed a couple times, but at least he had that amazing double play that kind of set the tone of the game with him and Leo Rivas on defense. Next up, for the Mariners, the hero that ended up getting 2 walk-offs in a span of 8 days, that's got the most in Seattle Mariner history, 8, right fielder Mitch Haniger. A player that nobody really fears, but again, once in a while, he will end up doing something that is unheard of. Let's go, Mitch. Bring that electricity and see if we can add on to this lead. Let's go, Haniger. We're 3 likes away from 40 from hitting the goal. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. 2 more. We're at 38. Thank you, whoever that was. Appreciate you. 2 more to get to 40. Let's go. Bottom of the 7th, 4-0 Mariners. Runners at first and second. Can Haniger come up with a big RBI here? He's 1 for 3. Can he go 2 for 4? 209 average, 11 homers, and 42 ribbies. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's go, Hanny. And it was the right decision to let Ty France go Viva La France before Mitch Haniger. And again, once we get JP and Julio back, we'll probably see a little bit less of Demo unless he takes Rojas' spot at third base, a little bit less of Rivas, a little bit less of Haniger. And then we're going to have a very sexy lineup 1 through 9 when we add JP and Julio to this massive lineup that we've been able to build here in the last couple weeks. But we also need JP and Julio not to be liabilities. Hopefully they can end up hitting, at a decent pace, and then they can heat up at the right time. Both of them have kind of off years here in 2024, but I don't think that'll last. I think they'll get better once they come back. But it might take a little time. It might take a couple weeks after they come back to kind of get the rhythm again. Especially with JP with that broken pinky. I don't know if he's going to be wearing some kind of protection, like a cast or a little, thing on his pinky. So that might kind of alter the swing a little bit and the defense, but hopefully he'll be all right. 3-2 pitch from Maton to Haniger. Big swing and a miss. Got him. We strand 2, but we got a 4-0 lead. We'll take that. End of the 7th. 4-0 Seattle. Elliot in the building. What's good? I just saw your message and replied. Golly, they're trying to injure him, huh? Trying to end his season? That's crazy. Sounds like Ty France. I mean, he got hit the most out of any player, but when you're getting hit that many times in a couple games, obviously they're targeting you for sure. Hopefully he doesn't end up getting an injury. End of the 7th inning, 4-0 Mariners. Let's go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Mets, 0 for 2, right fielder Tyrone Taylor. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a K, catcher Francisco Alvarez. And batting third, 0 for 2 in the 9-hole, center fielder Harrison Bader. Let's go Mariners. Jerks and Profa for the Mets, or for the Padres. He's been hit six pitches in the last 5 games. That's crazy, man. Hit 6 times in 5 games. Like every game they're targeting you at least once, and then in one game you got hit twice. Fuck. After like the first couple, then you're like, oh, this is intentional. All right, Logan Gilbert's day is done at 92 pitches, but we bring in the guy that I'm most confident in after Logan Gilbert in Jimmy Garcia, and then obviously Andres Munoz will pitch at the end. So this is exactly who you would want in the game to take over for Logan Gilbert. I mean, is he going to be perfect all the time? No, but I think most Mariner fans, trust Garcia and Munoz more than anybody else. And then if we had to throw another name in there, obviously it would be Santos, but he's hurt. And then obviously Brash as well, and he's hurt. So Brash hasn't played all year, and Santos just got injured recently within the last couple weeks. So popped up to left field. Randy Arozarena is there. Backflip to Victor Robles, 1 away. Down goes Tyrone, 1 away. Batting second in the 8-hole, catcher Francisco Alvarez. Logan Gilbert, 19 quality starts, most in MLB, baby. I love that. Let's go, Garcia. Nice. Good for them. They've had a great year. It's cool to be able to see small market teams have success. Jammed Alvarez. Barehanded Polanco. Wow. How did Polo make that grab barehanded? He went from literally the worst defender on the team to 2 SportsCenter top 10 plays in the same fucking night. Are you kidding me? A double play and a barehanded grab to first late? My God. Okay. My goodness. I feel like I'm watching J.P. Crawford out there. Nice job, Polo. 2 away. And that could have started a rally for the Mets right there. That was awesome. This is the best defensive game I've seen Polo play all year. Incredible. All right, Polo. I see you. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship, and we booed the shit out of him, obviously, for not being able to hit and not being able to defend. And he still is our worst defender on the team, but golly, I'll take that. That was beautiful. I could watch those in replay in my head over and over and over. The double play in the first and that barehanded grab there. Awesome. Good job, Polo. Hopefully that'll bring some confidence. And this is the standard that we are trying to hold you to play like J.P. Crawford at shortstop. We don't want a whole lot to get past you. And a lot of times it's just mental errors and being out of position, and let alone being able to cradle a baseball or to get it with your glove or to barehand it. But I don't know what the fuck he ate this morning, Wheaties or not, but he's been on today. Nice job, Jorge Polanco. We haven't said that too much this year. We're at 35, 65 to go. Bader pulls that one foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Popped up. He got him. He got him, baby. Get that. Get that. Oh, he missed it. Shit. Robles the second. Oh, it was just in between the center fielder and the shortstop, and who gets it. And Robles, has got some good speed out there, but he was a little too deep, and it was just in that sweet spot in between both. And obviously, we don't want Rivas to slam into Robles. Robles had the best shot there. Good effort. He tried to Superman it, and he had it in his mitt, and it came down. And as he was coming down, the force of the hit on the ground jarred the ball out. But Robles did get that catch, but just wasn't able to hang on. And I know he's a little sick to his stomach after that one. Damn it. Close. Good effort, though. Top of the 8th, 4-0 Seattle. Runner at first with 2 outs. Next up is Francisco Lindor, their best overall player. Check swing. Did he go? 1 ball and 1 strike from Jimmy Garcia to Francisco Lindor. One pitch, cradled by Cal Raleigh to be able to save a runner going from first to second. Come on, Jimmy. Two-one pitch, crushed foul. And we were familiar with Jimmy Garcia when he was on the Blue Jays, but he's playing very well here for Seattle. That one fouled off. Lindor. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Seattle with a runner at first with 2 outs. Come on, Mariners. Let's go. Lindor pops up. Should be a routine play. Robles is there. He said, let me make up for that last one. See, we didn't need Logan Gilbert to pitch that inning. We were completely fine, with having someone else. Now, if it would have been anybody else besides, Jimmy Garcia, yeah, maybe I'm a little worried. I'll be honest. If it's Sauce, Austin Voth, Trent Thornton, or anybody else, I don't know. But I feel right now with Santos being injured, Jimmy is the number 2 to Andres Munoz being our number 1 in the bullpen. So as of today, we're feeling it. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th and see if we can get one more run to make it 5-0 to put on the pressure on the New York Mets. Let's see who's up here next for Seattle. Nice job by Jimmy Garcia. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 2 with a base on ball with 2 Ks. Third baseman today over Hollywood Josh Rojas. Demo, it's Dylan Moore. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and 2 Ks. DHing for Seattle should be Jason Vossler. I don't know why he's not there. Mitch Garver. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K. Shortstop, Leo Rivas. I would like to see a bunt attempt out of one of these 3 players, and I don't think you're going to get it out of Garver, but we'll see if we can get maybe a cheap base runner on with a bunt. We haven't done it today, and I know it's kind of late to be able to do this bunt attempt, but I would like to be able to see us get on base with a bunt. That would be great. It could start a rally. Let's go, baby. Yeah, Carr, out of all the quarterbacks that ended up going on to new teams, he is number 1 as far as not being a fit on his new team. I don't think I've seen a guy be not a fit more than Carr on the Saints. There's a certain type of quarterback that they need to be able to be successful, and I don't expect them to get Drew Brees 2.0 right away, but Carr definitely was not it. But Rattler's not good enough to be your QB1 long-term either, though, and I think you know that as well. It's just the fact that everyone hates Carr and Nollins that, again, offensive line problems, defense, getting a little bit older. Coach should be an offensive coordinator, play calling suspect, O-line suspect, quarterback suspect. Hopefully this isn't the year that you guys don't make the playoffs, but depending on if the Falcons have a defense this year, they might take your spot. And obviously, as the Bucs are concerned, I would consider them being the front runner to win the NFC South again. Baker will bake with Mike Evans, Vita Vea, Antoine Winfield Jr., the best safety in football. And we got Tristan Wirfs, one of the best offensive linemen as well. So we're coming for the NFC South crown again. Bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Seattle. Next up in the box with a 2-1 count, Demo Dylan Moore. We got to 40. Let's go. 5 more to get to 45. Thank you, Jerry. I haven't done any fishing lately, but I would like to be able to save up to get a Sega Dreamcast so I can get that Bass Fisherman Pro, and then you can actually get a reel instead of a controller, and then obviously it'll vibrate, and then you can do like bass tournament fishing. I always loved that game. I think they have 2 different versions on the Dreamcast, but obviously I don't have a next-gen system like a PS5 or an Xbox, but if I was going to go with a throwback system, it would definitely be the Sega Dreamcast. And the first game that I would buy would be that fishing game with that, obviously, fishing controller with that rod and reel. No rod, but reel. Bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Mariners. Demo with the walk. And believe it or not, that fishing game was one of the funnest games I've ever played. Predicting. All right, next in the box is Mitch Garver with Demo at first. Young in the game. Gosh, how many pitchers are they going in? Is this their 6th pitcher? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th pitcher. Manaya, Brazabon, Garrett, Maton, and now Young. One 0 pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're at 35, 65 to go. Demo safe at second. Nice job, Demo. All right, Haniger, come on, baby. Garver. Let's go. Yeah, Godwin is a good player, but since Tom Brady left, he doesn't get as many targets anymore. Baker goes to Evans very heavy. So hopefully the targets will be spread a little bit more evenly. But Baker is going to go with who he trusts, and unfortunately, I think the trust level with Evans, a Hall of Famer, compared to a guy that is a borderline Hall of Fame guy in Godwin, we'll wait and see how that works out. I mean, really, the only way that Godwin's going to get big numbers if Evans goes down with a minor injury for like a month, and then maybe turns into that wide receiver one. But we'll see. Maybe this year will be different, and Godwin will get more looks out of Baker Mayfield. But I do like Chris Godwin as well. Lindor, throw to first. 1 away. Next up for the Mariners at shortstop, Leo Rivas. Go for a bunt here. Can we get a bunt, please? All right, bunt. I just gave the call. I gave the signal. Let's go, baby. I need a bunt by Rivas here. 0 for 2 with a walk in the second. He's got a better chance of getting to first with a bunt than he does by swinging the bat. 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike. Would have been a great time to throw that bunt down. Now you're behind in the count 0-2, and that goes out the window. Garv. Jason Vossler everyday DH. We'd be so much better because he would go 1 for 4 most nights, and some nights he'd go 2 for 4, and maybe occasionally, once out of every 10 games, he'd go 3 for 4. I mean, going for a guy that is, his mental health is not in a good spot, and he can't really defend, he can't really hit. We're just stuck with his salary. I mean, really, the only thing Garv can do is be the backup catcher, and that's only by default because Sebi Zavala stinks, and he had to have somebody being better than him. Wish we had Tom Murphy still. Then we wouldn't even have Garv. Tom Murphy would be a billion times better than what we're getting out of Garv this year. Facts. He'd actually have a chance to get to 300 and come up big offensively and defensively from time to time. It's better to develop guys in the farm system than to bring guys in the offseason. When you do that, it usually doesn't work out, not only for the Mariners, but in general. Unless you're bringing in a guy like Shohei Ohtani to the Dodgers, then you know it's going to work out. But unluckily for the Mariners, we don't really have Shohei Ohtani's come to the Seattle Mariners. So, bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Mariners, runner at second with 1 out. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Leo Rivas. Yeah, nobody has confidence in Rivas. I mean, he only plays a few games up to this point, so. But even with that being said, he probably has a better chance of getting a base knock than Mitch Garver normally. I mean, Garv will get a hit here and there, but I feel like if you're mentally done and you're not in a good headspace, you're if you already think you're going to strike out, then you are. If you already think you're going to get a ground out or a pop up, you probably are. So I'm not saying that Garver is a lost cause, but here comes Robles with a bunt. Someone got my message. There we go. There we go. The bunt attempt by the wrong player, but we got it. E in the building. What's good? Bottom of the 8th, runner at second with 2 outs. 4-0 Mariners. 0-1 pitch to Victor Robles. Oh, another bunt attempt. Your boy got the ESP, man. Again, sometimes I got to send that text message to Scott, and he's got to check his phone. But, when you watch baseball as much as we do in this room, sometimes you can kind of tell when would be a good opportunity to do something different to be able to move a guy over, and 2 bunt attempts by Robles, but doesn't connect. Takes a strike inside. Did he try to jam Robles there with that last pitch by Young? 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, bunt and then bunt a runner home would be fantastic. That would get me to jump out of my seat for sure. Pitches inside at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two count to Robles. Pitches inside, and that is a strike 3. Terrible call. But we're up 4-0, so there had to be a makeup call for the Mets at some point. They definitely have gotten the short end of the stick in these first 2 games. There was probably 5 or 6 horrible calls, that went for the Mariners and against the Mets yesterday. And I think I've seen at least 3 today that the Mariners got credit for that they probably shouldn't have. And that was another one right there. End of the 8th, 4-0 Mariners. And this is the last opportunity here for the Mets to see if they can get a run or a hit. Let's see what they can do here. Next up for the Mets, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K, left fielder Brandon Nimmo. Batting second, 1 for 3 with a K, the former Dodger. DHing for New York, J.D. Martinez. And if you got the last name Martinez and you're a DH, you're probably pretty fucking good. Just ask Edgar. And batting third, 0 for 3 with a K. I don't want to say Pete Alonso is washed, but he's definitely past his prime, and I think his best days are behind him. First baseman, Pete Alonso, and I'm really happy that we got Justin Turner over Alonso, because if we ended up grabbing Pete Alonso, plugging him in at first base, and he ends up going 0 for 4, striking out 3 or 4 times a game, and we ended up giving up Harry Ford and like Lazaro Montes for him, I would have been pissed. So even though Lazaro Montes might be the one that has the longest to go, Colt Emerson, Cole Young, Harry Ford, Lazaro Montes. We got a nice future coming into the Mariners, as well as Durangelo, right? And the only way I remember his name is I think of the Turtles and Michelangelo, Durangelo. And that's from Mississippi State, the rookie that can pitch left and right. Can't wait for him to be in our lineup one day. All right, Andres Munoz coming in, baby. .22 ERA, all-star, but didn't get a chance to play because anytime you end up having an Astro manager or a Ranger manager managing the all-star game, they have something against us Seattle Mariners, and they don't allow us to play. So we all have to little chip on our shoulder, and hopefully Munoz and Logan Gilbert will make an all-star game again, and we won't have a Ranger or Dusty Baker, obviously, no longer, doing those duties there for Houston. And we'll have a different manager. And I'm not going to say that Scott Service will be a manager in an all-star game, but as long as it's someone else, and then hopefully we can get our Mariner guys to play. Top of the ninth, 4-0 Seattle. 0-2 pitch to Nimmo. Chopper towards first. Routine play. One away, baby. There we go. Yes, sir. You don't want none of this. You don't want none of this. Let's go, baby. Next up, with one out, JD Martinez, one of the best pure DH hitters. And again, I hope one day that we'll have our own JD Martinez. We had Edgar Martinez, set it, forget it, just like in fantasy football. You got a guy, you set it, you forget it, that's the guy, right? Instead of just bouncing around, with these other guys like Jared Vogelback and Carlos Santana, and going with Mike Ford, can't we just have Vossler be the everyday DH? He played well. That's where I would go. Pitches outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. I mean, sometimes the writing is on the wall, and again, I would rather have Vossler play than, Mitch Garver any day. But again, maybe it's because of the $10-11 million salary that we wasted on Polo and Garv, and they feel the pressure that they have to play those guys. But again, if there's other guys that are young that are better, play those guys instead. But again, we're not in charge of the front office. Top of the ninth, 4-0 Mariners with 1 out. 2-2 pitch to JD Martinez. Lined out to second. 2 away. Look at Polo having himself a day. Let's go. Best defensive game for Polo all year. Let's go. Usually out of position, can't make the routine play, fucks it up with a couple errors, and today he's been magnificent. All right, potential last batter, and we might get back-to-back shutouts, and my best friend is at the game with his high school buddy celebrating their birthday, and it would be an amazing time. Dribbler, Rivas. Let's go. Back-to-back shutouts after almost getting swept by the Tigers. Let's go. Fuck yes. Let's go. Hell yeah, my friends are excited. What a great trip. You go up there for your birthday, and then you end up getting 10, and the other team gets 0 in 2 games. 6-0 yesterday, right? 4-0 today. I mean, you can't ask for a better 2-game set after almost getting swept by the Tigers. And this is what we call playing up to the competition. And what we did against the Tigers is playing down to the competition. Nice fucking job. Let's go. Nice job. Final score, Seattle Mariners 4, New York Mets 0. Back-to-back shutouts and back-to-back games. We play on Sunday Night Baseball tomorrow in the last game of the night at 4 p.m. Pacific, and we're going to try to do it again. And when the Mariners win, what the fuck do? We dance. Mariners win! Mariners win! Mariners win! Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go, baby. Great 2-game stretch. We were 1 strike away from getting swept by the Tigers. Haniger came up to be the hero, and nice to be able to see the Mariners put it together. But also, it's been because of Bryce Miller and Logan Gilbert. We got to make sure we're giving credit where credit is due, because if we didn't end up having amazing performances out of Bryce Miller as well as Logan Gilbert, this does not happen today. So we'll make sure we got to acknowledge both of these guys. 6-0 win yesterday, 4-0 win today. Nice job. Let's go, baby. Try dance up. Megan with a 50. Seahawks win. Mariners win. What a day. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Little cactus jack. Bang, bang. And I'll stay online here for another 19 minutes. So we'll make it a clean 3-hour stream. Let me know what you want to do for photos. We're at 85. 15 to go to be able to hit the goal. Let's go, baby. What do you want to do for photos? You got anything specific that you want? The rest of the stream will be for you and anyone else that wants to participate on the dono train. We're 15 away from the goal on the dono train. And then where are we at on the likes? We hit 40. We're at 46. We need 4 more likes to hit 50. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. It would be amazing to get $15 more and 4 more likes in the next 20 minutes. And that would end up hitting the goal. If not, I mean, we still had a very successful day based off the people in the room. And then Megan hitting us with a big celebratory Seattle $50 dono for the Seahawks and the Mariners here today. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to go Seahawks. (16-3) final, and let me see if I can get a swaggy photo from today. Obviously, the Sam Howell, there wasn't enough, but I do have this one, and this is from the actual game a couple hours ago. Let's go, Icy. (16-3), and preseason is preseason, but anytime you win, it feels good. You know, I mean, obviously, if you're not playing your starters and you lose, you can be like, well, we didn't play our starters, so be it. You know, but regardless if you play your starters or you don't, anytime you can win at anything, obviously, is much better than losing. Let's be real. Let's go with some of your favorites here. But I had to give you at least one icy photo from today's game, and the photographer did a good job there. We're 4 more likes away from hitting 50, $15 away from hitting the goal on the dono goal. We're so close. 4 and 15. And we got 16 minutes to see if we can get there. And a lot of vintage Jim Zorn here for you. It's always good on the Mariners postgame, too, when we're celebrating a victory, not a loss. And now we're going to transition into some Pete. And then after we go from Pete, then we'll go with some Steve. And then we'll go from there. Back-to-back shutouts for the second time this season for the Seattle Mariners. There he is. We'll throw up a couple of McDonald as well since we're in the new era. But I like what I saw from Seattle in the game. And again, it's a new regime. It's a new era. It's something new to prove. And again, Seattle sports are going to have to go through that with the Seahawks and the Kraken. But there's a lot of optimism, and I think a lot of us are very excited. We appreciated what we had from Pete and Hack, but we're very interested to see where the team goes with the new coaches for the Hawks and the Kraken. And obviously, the Kraken looked like they had a pretty decent draft. They got some guys that come over to the team, obviously, in the free agent period. And it'll be exciting to see how both of these teams develop in the Pacific Northwest. I'm very excited. But I feel there's going to be a new attitude, with McDonald, and he's definitely bringing that Ravens attitude to Seattle, to the Pacific Northwest. And let's be honest, that's something that was lacking. I think that's something they need, a little shot in the arm, something different, holding those guys a little bit more accountable on the defense. And, hopefully they'll be able to build that O-line the proper way. And once all those things come together, the Hawks will end up winning the NFC West. I just don't know how many years it'll take for them to do it. But, at this point, they're already the second best team in the division. They're there with the Rams. Cardinals at the bottom. Them and the Rams are going to compete for second place. Niners are in first now by default. But, again, any type of minor injuries that happen to some of the stars on the Niners, that could be the opening that the Hawks need to be able to get maybe an extra win or two to be able to take over the NFC West. So it may take 1 to 3 years to be able to win the division, but obviously that's going to be the goal for McDonald and company. I see. All right, take care. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Good old Steve, baby. Anything else player-wise from the Seahawks that you want to be able to see, or do you want to just go to Stefan and Anson for some of your favorites here in the last 10 minutes? You let me know, and I'll take care of you. Or if there's any players that you want to see, Geno, DK, Lockett, any of those, Kenneth Walker III, you let me know. Nice. We haven't seen him in a minute, right? So that'll be good to throw him up there. Yeah, I love the 80s and 90s uniforms. They're so beautiful, so slick. Not that the current ones don't look good. They do. They have one of the nicer looking uniforms, in my opinion, but the throwback stuff is just incredible. You got to think, the Seahawks have a top 3 throwback in the entire league, period. The color of the blue with the gray, helmet and pants is just unreal. I like that one. Big smile. Heck yeah. I'm going to go through Stefan and Anson here to kind of cap off your day. Nice. Heck yeah. Who do the Seahawks play in preseason week number 2? And week number 3, who are the other 2 teams that they play? Do they play the Titans at all? Obviously, I can look at the schedule on my phone real quickly, but I figured asking you would have that info more on hand. We need one more like to get to 50. I know somebody's got a back. There we go. We got it. Hell yeah. We hit number 50. Good shit. There we go. Titans next week. And Browns. Man, you might go 3-0. I mean, even with the backups, and some people, it's just preseason. But, again, when you're getting good production out of your backups, sometimes that'll carry over. There's going to be teams that go undefeated in preseason and then end up being bad. But there's also teams that end up starting off hot in preseason and it carries over and then you end up being a little bit better than people think. So, it goes both ways, depending on who's playing and who's not, starters, backups. But, I mean, if you end up going 3-0, it's not like the Seahawks are going to be like the Cardinals or one of the bottom feeders. They're going to be a good team this year. Oh, I bet you did. There he is. Gambit, nice. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your generosity there at the end. End up hitting, about 20 to 30% of the goal. And then we got, 80 to 85% of the goal with you and your generosity. Thank you so much for coming through like you always do whenever you can. We ended up getting to the 50 likes. We ended up hitting 85, which is, better than getting to 35. So obviously that'll definitely help for me and Paisley with bills and everything else. I will be live tomorrow. And the game will be on ESPN global broadcast. It's Sunday Night Baseball. It's the last game of the night at 4 p.m. Pacific. And they usually do that on Sundays as the late game. And hopefully we can end up, sweeping the Mets. I don't know if we're going to end up getting another shutout, but we do got Luis Castillo on the mound. And I'm very excited about the opportunity to be able to sweep after we almost got swept by the Tigers. So, Matt, great job. Megan, you're an MVP. Appreciate you very much. Captain Oreo, always here. PX, always showing love as well. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Thank you so much for your generosity and love. Go Hawks. Go Mariners. It was a great day today. Thank you so much, Megan, for that late support. I love you and I appreciate you. And again, final score, Seattle Mariners 4, New York Mets 0. And I got one question for you. Who you know talk sports like us? The boy Orion, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Okay. Go M's.